What? Wait, I don't think they're ready for this.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, look nice.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, nice.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking nice, we don't need to tell them twice.
Here comes the future.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking real nice, we don't need to tell them twice.
Here comes the future.
And a very good afternoon to you. What better way to kick off 10 bowls coverage of the Liberty A-League than with the champions Melbourne Victory at home at one of the best stadiums in the country on a glorious afternoon and up against one of the club's traditional rivals in the shape of Adelaide United. And let's take a check on the teams. New marquee arrival Lynn Williams not involved, as you heard today, but Matilda's Kyra Cooney-Cross and Courtney Nevin both are. They both featured heavily in that two-game series against the Americans for Australia. Claudia Bonge and Kayla Morrison form a formidable-looking central defensive duo. There is no Melina Ayres, though, trained away from the main group this week. She's got a bit of an injury. So Harriet Withers makes her Victory debut after joining from rival City in the off-season. And Casey Dumont returns in goal after missing last year with injury. Now the Reds hand debuts to four players, the Japanese midfield duo of Nano Sasaki and Riona Omiya, striker Paige Haywood, who was playing in Austria last season, and Shay Evans, the Indigenous girl from Borroloola, who arrives after 2 years with Sydney FC. Last year's top goal scorer Chelsea Dorber is on the bench, along with another two potential debutants in the shape of Leah Barley and Grace Taranto. Kyra Cooney-Cross and Catherine Zimmerman getting ready to get us underway. Referee Isabella Blast today. And a blast on the whistle of Blast gets us underway with Melbourne Victory in their traditional navy blue and Adelaide United in all red. And first 15 minutes, Amy Chapman, I guess, is going to be so important, particularly for Adelaide United with all those new faces.
Yeah, that's right. They're probably a little bit used to playing with each other. They've got quite a regular team with the entrance of two young Japanese players as well to sort of settle that ball-playing midfield. But big game for the Reds coming up against the reigning champions in round one. But sometimes that's a good thing, Simon, where you get to play a team when they're just entering back into the new season.
Catch 'em cold. Not that it's very cold in Melbourne today. Hustled out of it by Isabel Hodgson. Let's go to Michael Zapode. Zappy, enjoying the sunshine this afternoon?
Yeah, beautiful conditions for, I'm in the shade here, Simon, but beautiful conditions for football and a huge afternoon coming up here in Melbourne. Of course, the men's coming up after this one as well. But great to see Lynn Williams here, just signed, not starting today, but she told us a little story when I spoke to her pre-game about Maya Markovsky. You can see in shot there, one of the young Melbourne Victory players. Lynn Williams walks into the change room for the first time today. They hadn't met. Maya Markovsky gets down and kisses Lynn Williams' feet. I'm not telling you a lie. That's how much in high regard she's held the US national team player.
Well, with a surname like Markovsky, you'd know your football, men's and women's. Father Tom played in the NSL. And of course, oh, here's a mistake by the goalkeeper. An absolute gift-wrap goal. And Leah Privitelli could not miss. Oh dear, Adelaide Grove. A horror show. Completely missed her kick. And Leah Privitelli had the easiest of tasks to open Melbourne Victory's account for the season. Catastrophic for the Lady Reds.
That is heartbreak there for the Reds. You can see it's another howler. We've seen one of those already this weekend, and that's disappointing for the Reds.
Well, Leah Privitelli will probably never score an easier goal. It's her first one since January 2018 against Sydney FC. He's having a real tug-of-war for the ball with Harriet Withers, helped out by Isabel Hodgson. There's a break here for Omiya. Two Japanese midfielders who've joined from local MPLW competition. Here's an opportunity. Good try. And Casey Dumont was happy to see that one flash wide of that left-hand upright. It was Emily Condon with the left-footed effort, and it very nearly curled in.
What a first touch from Emily Condon there. We're just having a look on the Harvey Norman replay here. That first touch makes all the space for her there, and she's done well. She didn't really get a good sight on goal, but geez, that is probably within half a metre there, and I think that had beaten the keeper. So really promising moments there from Emily Condon.
It's sorted out by Courtney Nevin. That's a super ball too. Kyra Cooney-Cross who races away. Will try and slip it through. What a ball by Cooney-Cross. Annalie Grove out bravely to deny Leah Privatelli a second. The cry is shoot, and Amy Jackson obliged from long range. Well off target with that one, but what a ball to release Kyra Cooney-Cross in the first place, Amy.
Yeah, I was about to mention that Victory were looking a bit shaky on that defensive corner, but that release from Nevin, as we see here, Kyra Cooney-Cross showing her pace, and to be able to deliver that ball at full pace there, that is pinpoint, as we see. Very well done from Annalie Grove coming out on the Harvey Norman replay here. She'll build some confidence after that save.
That's why Cooney-Cross gets the rave reviews. Almost inch perfect, that release. Curled it around the last defender. It's Withers. Oh, now Catherine Zimmerman was clipped there, yeah. Isabella Blass points to the penalty spot. She arrived a fraction too late, Matilda McNamara. It's all gone horribly wrong here for Adelaide United. Morrison against Grove. Grove saves it, but the follow-up is tucked away by the American. And Victory do now have that 2-goal cushion. It's just Kayla Morrison's second goal in the A-League women's competition, but she needed 2 bites at it.
Grove can take a bit of confidence out of that first save there, but Morrison on the follow-up, and we're 2-0 up for Victory in 18 minutes, 19 minutes gone, Simon, and they've still got some more strikers to bring into this Victory team. This is a tough start for Adelaide United.
Here's the penalty again, Amy. She went for power, didn't she, Kayla Morrison?
She did, and Annalie Grove stood strong on that first one, but the follow-up there has fallen nicely for Morrison, and she was not going to miss from there. So Adelaide down 2.
Sort of panning out as we predicted. That's a lovely rangy ball from Cooney-Cross. Bounce just deceiving Catherine Zimmerman for the moment, but she's away from the fullback. And cover provided by Isabel Hodgson. In fact, it was Matilda McNamara, the central defender, who she rounded first up. Which Kyra Cooney-Cross will deliver towards the near post. It's gone all the way through, and it's 3, and it's Claudia Bunge at the back post. Jeff Hopkins' team having a dream first half, and it's the central defender at the back stick who applied the finishing touch. That's
the 3rd goal scorer for Victory. As we have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay again, another dangerous corner from Kyra Cooney-Cross there. She's famous for those, and a decent finish on the angle. So 3-0 up, Melbourne Victory.
Well, we've played less than 25 minutes, and both central defenders for Melbourne Victory are on the scoreboard. Here come Victory again. Withers waiting in the middle. Oh, it's come off the frame of the goal. Harriet Withers with the touch that took it away from the goalkeeper and was only denied by the upright.
Yeah, as we get another look at this Harvey Norman replay here, it's a great ball in, and geez, Withers has done well to get in front of the goalkeeper there, and I'm not even sure how physics she must have been the outside of the boot there to get that on the near post, and geez, that would have been great for Withers' confidence to score this early on.
Just trying to pick her way through, but Shay Evans says, not on my watch. Condon. And just slightly too well. I was going to say too far in front of Paige Haywood, but she's too strong for Polly Doran. Here's Wirtz again, who's looked the most likely for the Reds, and hits the crossbar, Fiona Wirtz. Out for Evans. She couldn't control her shot. And Victory a little bit fortunate there. They're still not away. Will be now through Cooney Cross. Or maybe Jeff Hopkins is right to scribble some notes in that black notepad as Cooney Cross continues this strong run from midfield. Zimmerman, it's there, it's 4 from one end to the other. Adelaide hit the crossbar at one end, but Kyra Cooney Cross is the architect at the other, and Catherine Zimmerman has her first goal of the season, and Victory are blown out to a 4-goal lead.
And that looked like the best of the bunch there. Catherine Zimmerman on the half volley. And it was end-to-end stuff there. We were just about to say, Simon, that they were looking stretched in defence, Victory. But again, it doesn't matter if you're scoring 4 goals in 38 minutes. Victory.
Well, the 27-year-old from New Jersey, it's her first of the season, but it all came from this, really. Fiona Wirtz rattling the crossbar at one end, and then Shay Evans got it horribly wrong, and from that moment on, Victory just swept upfield in the blink of an eye, Amy Chapman.
Yeah, and that's transition play. That's effective clinical transition play from Victory. They looked a little stretched and conceding one off the crossbar that were probably lucky not to concede there, but doesn't really matter. As we mentioned, Simon, if you're putting 4 away in 40 minutes, I think it's still pretty positive signs for Victory.
It's going to be 4 additional minutes, we're told, because of that injury, and that's a really good try from Fiona Wirtz, who's looked by far the most dangerous for Adelaide, the striker that joined the club from England.
That's a really decent strike here. She's got it on her left foot, as we see on the Harvey Norman replay, and she's almost curled that one in. It's 4-0 to Victory here, Simon, but Adelaide have not been without their chances. Geez, that's beautifully struck. Literally 20 centimetres out there, and she'll be disappointed that one didn't curl in. That would have given them a real lift heading into half-time.
Leah again, just not quite on the same wavelength as her teammates. And that is half-time. Well, an action-packed first 45. Kyra Cooney Cross at the centre of a lot of the good stuff for Victory. She claims a couple of assists. Not so far a goal. Leah Privatelli with the opener after a miscue from Annalie Grove on 11 minutes. She then redeemed herself partly by saving Kayla Morrison's penalty, but the American, before limping off injured, tapped home the rebound. Then Claudia Bunge and Catherine Zimmerman completing the first half scoring. What a first 45 for the reigning champions. They're up and running, no doubt. Melbourne Victory 4, Adelaide United 0 at the break. Looks like Adelaide might have made a change as well. Emma Stanbury off the bench. We'll confirm that for you shortly. The Reds getting us back underway. We'd probably say the result is beyond doubt, but they have had their chances. And I often feel, Amy Chapman, that when you're 4-0 down at half-time, as a coach, what on earth do you say to your players? Is it literally just a case of, well, let's just keep the scoreline down? You know better than me.
Yeah, I think you just got to bring it back to the individual moments. Take the scoreline out of it. What can they get out of this game? And I think Adelaide need to really tighten up in these individual battles. The turnover, I don't think the midfielders are getting on the ball enough. And And this is where you've got an inexperienced side. They don't have these senior players who can step up and just control the ship again. So certainly just take it back to those individual moments and see if you can get some positives from there.
And slung forward by Stanbury. Got the best clearance from Polly Doran, and charging forward is Emily Hodgson. They've got a chance here. Emily Condon, and couldn't quite angle it into that bottom corner. But that was a good side of goal that for the Reds.
Yeah, good build-up play there from the Reds as well. As we see Emily Condon, she's sort of that playmaker they look at, and you can see she's finding herself in great space here and probably be wanting to have done a little bit better on that one. Didn't get quite the whip on it she needed, but the fact she can turn on the top of the 18-yard box, great signs for Adelaide. A little bit concerning for Victory there in these early minutes.
Perhaps again a little sign of that defensive readjustment that they've been forced to undertake, Victory. Morrison and Nevin starting the game, now neither on the pitch. Here's the free kick for the Reds, and it'll loop up, and Casey Dumont had to palm it behind. Was on target, might have crept in at that near post.
Decent delivery in there, and again you'd want Victory. Casey Dumont's done well in a difficult position there, but probably a too easy of a header at the inside of the 18 there, but another defensive corner here for Victory.
Markovsky at the near post, steering it away to safety. Victory will look to break, but Harriet Withers just lost her bearings for the moment. Also says she wants to play for the Matildas at the Women's World Cup on home turf in 2023. I think a few players do, don't they? Here's Harriet Withers around the outside. Oh, and Antley Grove just about managed to hold on under pressure. Withers' pace causing a few issues down the right for Adelaide.
So we have another little look here. Great driving run and a good near post run again. Adelaide Groves had to be really strong on that near post. Clearly Jeff Hopkins drilled it into them. A near post run is essential, and they've almost come away with a goal a couple of times on that occasion.
Here's Condon, slips it through, chance. Chelsea Dorber, it'll break, surely a goal now, yes. Fiona Wirtz has the goal that her performance undoubtedly deserves. She hit the frame of the goal in the first half, but Adelaide are on the board, their first goal of the campaign, and Fiona Wirtz, the English girl, has it.
It's a great sign there for Adelaide, getting themselves, clawing their way back into the game here, and it's a tricky finish on the stretch on her left foot, but Chelsea Dorber playing playmaker there for Adelaide.
Withers might have a go here. Came off McNamara, and Antley Grove not quite able to prevent the corner.
Some of the big players for Victory have just come out of this second half a little bit quiet. And to see Harriet Withers having a bit of a strike on her left foot there. She's been dangerous this second half, but a little bit quiet from Zimmerman and even Cooney Cross. You'd like to see them get back into the game here.
Past the midway point of the second half. Oh, and it bounces up on the crossbar, and in it goes off Leah Privatelli, who has her second of the game. She opened the scoring on 11 minutes, and she was stationed in the right position as that ball bounced back off the crossbar, and Victory have a fifth goal.
Privatelli, she will be thanking her lucky stars. It's a second goal for her today, but it's all in the delivery for me. The corners today have been excellent, and Adelaide United, this is a great Amy Jackson left foot curling ball here, and Adelaide United unable to deal with this off the crossbar, and they do not come easier than that for Privatelli.
Well, it was Claudia Bunge at the back post, and the ball looped up onto the crossbar, and Leah Privatelli helped on by Dorba. But nobody there in red. Fiona Wirtz will give willing chase. And now Robers in a spot of bother, so doesn't take a chance and puts the ball out of play. There's a few defenders that could learn a lesson from that, both men's and women's. If in doubt, put it out. Into the box it goes. It's a good first touch by Hayward. Goodness me, that was close. I think she's picked up a touch of cramp as well. Paige Hayward, she's worked hard this afternoon. Worked well in tandem with Fiona Wirtz. Victory will be able to run it upfield through Paige Zoyce. Look for the switch, it's a pretty good one too to find Withers. Flowing football by the Victory, it's Harriet Withers! She probably deserves a goal today as well.
What a contribution from young Paige Zoyce coming on there. She's got composure and a great switch ball as we see Harriet Withers with the little 1-2 here, and has deserved to get on the score sheet today. She's been everywhere, she's turned provider and has really won that one-on-one battle out wide for Victory.
Markowski. Well, it was unorthodox, but it worked. Away go the Reds down the right. Chelsea Dorber, Fiona Wirtz is in position. Looking for her second goal of the game. Have to settle for a corner off Mindy Barbieri. And it'll probably be the last action of the contest, which has been a very enjoyable one to watch.
6 goals, you can't complain about that in round 1, Simon. We talk about usually teams are risk adverse and you don't see many goals, but Melbourne Victory certainly showing they've got a lot to offer in attack.
Enjoyable unless you're an Adelaide United fan, of course. Over the head of Stanbury. Sasaki couldn't control it, and Cooney Cross will race forward. She's got Withers in front of her. Could Withers finally get on the scoreboard? It's Harriet Withers, has Cooney Cross with her if she needs her. And they couldn't work it out between them. And credit to Emily Hodgson, who chased a long way back to make that intervention. There's going to be no time, though, for the corner to be taken. Harriet Withers will have to wait until next week. Kyra Cooney Cross provided a couple of assists, smiles and a handshake between the two coaches. But really this game was done and dusted by half-time. Victory 4-0 up at the break, thanks to Privatelli, Kayla Morrison, who later went off injured, Claudia Bunge and Catherine Zimmerman. Privatelli got a second in the second half. Fiona Wirtz got a consolation for the Reds. But it's the champions who pick up where they left off in April. 3 points towards the defence of their crown. And on this evidence, it's going to take a very, very good team to stop them going back-to-back. Full time at Amy Park, and it finished Melbourne Victory 5, Adelaide United 1.